Hello, welcome to the Alex Savage channel, and today we are opening a GeoffBox. Now, on my unboxing of Retro Game Treasure, I saw some comments about this new subscription box called GeoffBox. From what I understand, this is run by just one person, Jeff, obviously, after who it's named. From what I understand, people tend to get better value boxes out of this than out of Retro Game Treasure. Now, unlike Retro Game Treasure, there's 3 different tiers. There's a normal tier, which is, I think, $33 or $34 a month. Then there's like the God tier. Well, no, there's premium tier, and then there's the God tier. The God tier is like $100. So you get the value of the games you pay for. But what's interesting about this box is that you can get games for current gen consoles like Switch, PS4, Xbox One. They also do have Wii U and 3DS. I really like that. And they even lets you select, like, if you prefer to have games with better label quality, if you prefer to have complete in-box games. And what's great about this box, at first I thought it would be really annoying, but once I started doing it, it made a lot of sense, is that you use price charting to say what games you already have. Whereas on Retro Game Treasure, sometimes they just don't have the games listed. They don't have certain import games listed for you to say that you already have. And also, you can't say whether you just have a loose cartridge or disc, or if you have a complete copy. And it says on GeoffBox website, there's a chance you might get a game you already own. If it's not complete in box or new, you might get a complete in box or new copy, which I really like. Obviously, I prefer to get games I don't already have, but if I have just a loose cartridge and end up with a complete copy, that's good. I like getting upgrades. So I'm just going to shut up here and start taking stuff out. So to start with, this feels like a Switch game right off the bat. Professor Rubik's Brain Fitness. Alright. Is this like a sort of brain age type game? Professor Rubik's Brain Fitness. Help you color your brain. This is interesting. I have never heard of this. I have no idea. Oh, and it's sealed. I couldn't tell if it was sealed or not. That's really tight. Nope, it's just got a sticker on it. But, yeah. That's interesting. Alright, we're already off to a more interesting start than most boxes. Here I feel an NES cartridge. I feel a Tengen NES cartridge. Let's see what this is. And Super Sprint. Alright. I think I have the Atari 2600 version of this, which I think is called Sprint Master on that console. I don't really have a lot of Tengen NES carts, so this is interesting just to add a little bit of variety. And I love NES, so that's a good one there. Alright, let's see what else is here. I feel something that feels sealed. I think this is a 3DS game. Am I right? It looks more like DS. Damn. I know everybody's been getting this from GeoffBox, and I guess this is my turn. My Stop Smoking Coach with Alan Carr. Alan Carr's Easy Way, but from Ubisoft. Okay, I kind of had a feeling I might end up getting this. Because it seems like everyone who gets GeoffBox has to get this sooner or later. So that's on the stack. Is there anything else in here? I think I felt something else. I feel a Game Boy Color game. There's nothing else in the box. No business card or newsletter, which I know most people get, but that's fine. Yes, it's a Game Boy Color game. 1, 2, 3. Mickey's Racing Adventure. I'm trying to remember. I think I've heard this is a good one. I mean, it's made by Rare. I just saw that, so it's got to be good. Rare makes good stuff. So a rather interesting selection of games to start with. I mean, My Stop Smoking Coach is pretty much the trademark of GeoffBox at this point. Super Sprint, I'm excited to try that out. Mickey's Racing Adventure, 2 sort of racing games. In this, I'm interested to just see what it really is, because I've not even heard of this. Like, is this a Switch exclusive? I haven't even heard of it. Wait, who's publisher? Oh, Microids. For a second, I thought I said Majesco, and I said that would explain it. But yeah, this is interesting. I'm gonna have to pop this in and see what it's all about, because I have not heard of it. Well, it's cool to even get a Switch game in a subscription box like this, especially considering I only paid like 33 to 34 bucks for this whole lot. So I will look up the values of these games and be right back with the value. All right, we're back with the values. Professor Rubik's Brain Fitness surprised me by being the highest valued game. Of course, I guess it would be, being a current gen console game. But it's complete, I'm guessing. There's no manual, but this sort of seems like the kind of, budget title that might not get a nice manual to begin with. There's a bit of residue from the tape that was covering it up, but that's okay. Some Goo Gone will take care of that in like 5 seconds. But it was valued at $16.99. Then Super Sprint was at $5.60. I remember seeing that game for a lot more than that in stores, so I don't know. I guess maybe they're trying to rip me off. I don't know. But My Stop Smoking Coach, not too valuable, even new. I kind of figured. But it's $6.50. And I'm guessing I got this because I said I like weird games. And, well, this certainly is a weird game, so can't fault him there. And then Mickey's Racing Adventure on Game Boy Color, loose cart, $5.80. The total was $34.89. And this box was $33.99 plus shipping. So, right off the bat, that's a really good value. Considering that I got the roughly the value of what I paid for. Last month's Retro Game Treasure box, if you'll remember, was worth almost $60, I think. And that was like a crazy outlier. But the first month I got Retro Game Treasure, you'll remember, I got about $10 less in value than the games I actually got. And at the time I was like, okay, well, part of what you're paying for is the randomization process, and you're paying for the surprise element. But considering that all these boxes you have to also pay shipping, it's nice when the actual value of the box is what you're paying for it. Because with that first Retro Game Treasure box, I mean, that was a $36 a month service, plus I pay like $6 shipping, so it ends up being $42. So I want to get at least that $36 value. This is a couple bucks cheaper, and as you see, I got the actual value in the games I got. Now, about the games I got, I'm not as excited as I was, say, with like the first couple Retro Game Treasure boxes I got. Because, Mickey's Racing Adventure, it's not a game you see every day at a game store, but it's a game I usually pass up. I never noticed, I guess, that it's a rareware game. But, this Professor Rubik's Brain Fitness, I'd never even heard of this. I'm gonna definitely at least try all these games out. I don't just throw out games that I buy, And it seems like it could be really fun. I like these sort of brain-teasing, Brain Age type games. I love Brain Age. I remember playing Brain Age so much, because it came with my DSi, and that was pretty much the only game I had for my DSi for years. Super Sprint, like I said, I've played the 2600 version of this. Pretty decent game. And this, I mean, it's a sealed game, but it's a game that's probably going to stay sealed, not because it's valuable, but because, I mean, what reason do I have to play it? But it is just a fun thing to have, so you can be like, yeah, that's a game that exists, and I got it, But I'd say Super Sprint and Mickey's Racing Adventure are probably the highlights when it comes to content of the games, but not when it comes to value. But this is just one person doing it, and from what I understand, this is a real labor of love, and I really appreciate the service being offered here, especially when I get the value of what I pay for. So I'll be continuing this service, I think, for now. I'm just interested to see what else I can get. And my Retro Game Treasure box for this month is coming in tomorrow, and we'll see based on those first 3 months whether or not I keep going with Retro Game Treasure. So stay tuned for that, and have a good day.